Connie, played by Laura Dern, is a teenager going through the struggles and pain of growing up. She's lying to her parents, trying to impress boys, and ultimately experiences her first dose of trauma when a strange man named Arnold Friend tries to flirt with her.
I know your name and all about you. I took a real special interest in you.
I'm going through every Sundance Grand Jury Prize winner to see why did they win, and oh my gosh, Smooth Talk is a really weird one. Sundance 1986. Smooth Talk takes home the Grand Jury Prize. It was directed by Joyce Chopra, and it was based on a short story by Joyce Carol Oates. This is a coming-of-age story, and I feel like coming-of-age stories are super typical for a lot of festivals around the world, and Sundance obviously is no exception. But the last 40 minutes of this movie absolutely flips everything on its head. It's like Lady Bird meets the song A Devil Came Down to Georgia, and you just don't know what's real. Good luck trying to figure that one out. So initially the story it's not bad, but it's not unique. She's disobeying her mother, she's sneaking out late at night, she's talking to boys that she probably shouldn't be talking to, and you know, it's super archetypal for a coming of age story. She's stepping closer and closer to this idea that having a ton of independence doesn't necessarily mean you're an adult, and when you are making your own choices, sometimes those choices have unexpected and strange consequences. She finds herself just left outside by herself in the middle of the night, and she has no way to get home, so she has to walk home because she decided that she was gonna have a night out on the town with her friend, and it got her into a really bad place. The next day, one of the weirdest scenes in almost any movie I've ever seen occurs. I don't think I'm clickbaiting this either. It's so strange. The point of this scene is simple. Arnold Friend is flirting with Connie, and in this scene, he wants to get her out of the house. And while this is something she used to be super willing to do, Arnold is different than the other boys that she's talked to. I want to go over what makes Arnold Friend so strange and the reasons I question his existence at all. First of all, he's very theatrical. That's him reading his own name on the side of his car. I guess it's completely opposite of all the characters we've seen thus far, which are pretty much normal human beings. This guy talks like he's on stage. Another thing that makes this scene super weird is that Arnold Friend is a fourth dimensional being. I don't know how to explain it, but the guy just knows everything, everywhere, all at once. Haha! He really understands who she is, where she lives, who her parents are, who her friends are, where her parents are, when they come back. There seems to be either a lot of planning put into this if he was a stalker, or he's just an all-knowing entity. He only comes up once in the movie, so there's this weird fourth dimensional element to this guy where he literally appears to look across 12 miles away to know exactly what her mom and her dad and her sister are doing. As a detail, he even points out what color his sister's shoes are.
There's your sister in her party dress and her red high heels. Poor old thing.
Which is pretty crazy because I'm pretty sure he's accurate. Oh my gosh. He even knows. Dude, unless he's following Connie's family and Connie at the same time somehow, how in the world does he know these minute details? So that's why Arnold Friend really throws a wrench into this movie. It was so grounded. The movie made so much sense. It was about growing up, and out of the blue, for the last entire half of the movie, this odd devil-like character tries to get her to come out of this house. And even at the end of the movie, she says she wasn't even sure if it happened or not. At the beginning of the movie, her mom says she looks into her eyes and all she sees is a bunch of trashy daydreams.
I look right in your eyes, and all I see are a bunch of trashy daydreams.
And as an antithesis to that is that kind of what Arnold Friend is. I mean, his name doesn't even seem real. There's a lot to say about the scene itself. Everything is sequenced out so carefully. Joyce Chopra really picks these shots that make Arnold and his weird friend feel even that much more disconnected from reality. Like this scene that I'm watching now, the entire scene is shot through a screen. So there's like this weird filtration. This thin screen is really the only protection that Connie has from this obviously really aggressive, really scary guy. Joyce really takes time to have him slowly get closer and closer to the house, slowly get closer and closer to the door. And at this scene, he's even like pressing his nose up against the screen. It's these small details that start compounding on each other and snowballing into this moment where you think, dude, this is actually dangerous. One of the best moments, in my opinion, is when Arnold Friend actually opens the door. He breaks that safety barrier that us as the audience were really taking quite seriously, and even acknowledges himself like it's just a screen door. What's it gonna? It's not gonna stop me from getting to you. And it's like, well, it's not a very settling thought, Arnold. It's almost like Arnold could be like the trauma monster in Smile, where it's all of those uncomfortable things she's been feeling this entire time really manifesting itself into a physical human being that she can talk to and interact with, because this guy seems to know everything about what she is thinking, what she's feeling, and it's so weird because she doesn't share that information with anybody. But look at this freaking guy. Who the heck? I think it's obvious why this movie won Sundance, because I watched this movie about a year ago. This is my second time watching it, and it's coming to my head every so often. I've thought about Arnold Friend and what he is. Is he the devil? Is he a stalker? Is he a manifestation of all of her insecure thoughts and feelings? What is going on here? It's fascinating. I'm really happy that I at all even started watching these Sundance movies, because I can find a gem like this big 30-40 minute long scene that is just an absolute masterclass example of how to have an incredible twist in your story and insane rising action. So 10 out of 10, Joyce Chopra is definitely now up there in my book of insane directors. I need more people to watch this movie, tell me what they think, and drop it in the comments below. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe not to miss it. That's all I have for you today. If even one person discovered this movie just because I made this video, then this video was worth it. All right, that's all I have.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah.